Hello, this is Damin from You Can Be Yourself here, and this is Season 1, Episode 3. Your Toxicity is a Compass. I tell all my single friends that instead of focusing so much on looking for someone healthy, look for someone who matches your toxicity. Let me explain. I'm not promoting toxicity, but I'm pointing out that no human being is perfect and 100% sane. I honestly believe we all have our own darknesses and twisted sides that's hard to show to everyone. But the right one for you will see through it and understand it, and even help you utilize it to your full advantage, because that's what happened to me. I'm now in a relationship of 4 years, and it's my version of the healthy relationship that I didn't even know I wanted until I met the right person. When I met him, I was still in the process of building myself back up from the last relationship that I mentioned in episode 2. So I kept pushing him away, letting him know I'm not confident to invest in another relationship at the moment. And yet, he was persistently letting me know that he is there while I do me. And when we were finally together, I still had moments of triggers that overrode from my last relationship and was letting it out onto my current partner. I felt so bad at first because he didn't deserve the baggage from my past, but it also made me realize everything from the past is what made me today. You just have to choose what part of the past you want to build on and what part of the past you want to learn from and let go. And for me, being with him only helped me see my progress more clearly. For example, being triggered is one thing, and then recognizing that I was triggered later, time passed, and expressing that to him is the next step. And then catching myself while being triggered is another step. And then literally pausing and being like, wait, I'm just triggered right now because something similar happened in the past. And then take time to get back there for a second is the next step. And communicating that to my current partner is another checkpoint. And then realizing I'm being triggered before acting on it and being able to process it in my head and letting it go is really a whole another step. And I was able to practice and let myself go through these stages because my current partner was just there letting me be. It added encouragement. You have to remember that when you're triggered, the current moment is not the same as the past moment that happened that traumatized you. So there really is no reason to be triggered because the same outcome won't happen. But that depends on you. You have to want to get out of that zone and see things in new light and new situations that now you have a choice to turn it around and instill better memories for you to balance out the trigger. And vice versa. Your partner can also have their own toxicity and darkness and flaws that's different from yours. But the key is to find someone who understands the concept of your toxicity, how your brain works, how you process things, and how you feel things. And that can only happen if your partner truly loves you and wants to love you and care for you. Because that means your partner is learning about you, which means they respect you and want to make it work with you. This does take mindfulness from both sides, though. Both have to be aware of this progression of the relationship and help each other check in from time to time. It's a partnership, making sure you're good and they're good. I mean, what is life without feeling good and experiencing what love feels like? Also, the coolest part of experiencing the emotion of love is that your brain chemicals literally shift to unlock your potential in every part of you. I'm also very intrigued by the psychology of everything. And even though I only know what I know, I read that love isn't a singular emotion. It's made up of multiple elements and emotions, including physical attraction, romance, and affection. And each element involves a different system in the brain. So it's real, it exists, just like all the other emotions we feel that exist within us. I read an article from Very Well Mind, which was medically reviewed by Stephen Gans, MD, who is board certified in psychiatry and is an active mentor at Massachusetts General Hospital. and Heidi Mowad, MD, and Associate Editor of Neurology and Clinical Assistant Professor at Case Western Reserve University, explained that each of these drives are mediated by different brain regions. So the frontal lobe is involved in the pro-social aspects of romantic love. And the ventral tegmental area, which is in the midbrain, is involved in the reward feeling of attraction and getting positive feedback that someone who you are attracted to also likes you. So there is a reason for every emotion, and once you understand how the brain actually works during, it becomes so much easier to understand your own feelings. Especially as a relationship progresses, the early excitement of love is toned down by a deeper and more intimate commitment, which is influenced by a shift in the chemicals that are released in your brain. Dopamine and norepinephrine, which makes you feel good and euphoric, begin to drop. And two other hormones that take over are oxytocin and vasopressin, which produce the cuddle hormone, which is released during sex, childbirth, and breastfeeding, and help promote bonding and emotional connection, as well as attachment and protective behaviors. So, love brings cognitive and health benefits over time, where it enhances cognition, supporting memory, planning, creativity, and cognitive resilience. The right love for you stabilizes mood, reduces anxiety and depression, and fosters emotional regulation. And when the relationship gets stronger, it contributes to lower blood pressure, improved immunity, and even longer lifespan. This doesn't only include romantic love, but also the love from friends, family, and even within yourself. It's the emotion of love that triggers these brain activities that release these chemicals. So why not activate it? I can go forever looking into psychology of everything, but for today, this is where I'll leave you to take a moment to think about this. Also, if you're familiar with the science behind how the brain works, please let me know. I would love to have a further conversation and would love to make an episode together. Humans tend to want to make things make sense, so let's try to learn and understand each other together. Maybe it can finally help you let go or move on or heal from that thing that's unsolved within you. Let me know how you like this episode. Thank you for being with me and hope to talk to you again. You can reach me at youcanbeyourselfhere@gmail.com or via Instagram. Thank you. Bye.